Okay, so here is what you are going to need. Some Mod Podge, some nail polish remover, and a candle jar, as well as some glitter. I also have these little marbles that you can put inside the jar because we're going to use those later. And I'm also going to need a paintbrush, so I'm going to grab one of them. The first thing I'm doing is filling this pot with a bunch of water and letting it boil. And while that's going on, I am peeling the sticker off the side of this jar. For the bottom sticker, I'm just taking this sponge right here and rubbing it under some warm water and scrubbing this one off. Now that the water is boiled, I'm going to pour some of the water into this candle jar and let it sit for about 5 minutes. Once the jar has sat for a few minutes, the wax is generally going to come to the top or just be really, really soft. So I'm taking a spoon and just going around the outer edges to try to soften up that wax just a little bit. So as you can see, there's a little bit left at the bottom, so we're just going to scrape that out. And then there's, of course, the 3-wick prongs, the little metal things. So we're going to scrape those out with the spoon as well, and then we're going to rinse out the jar. Okay, so as you can see, this still has a lot of residue left in it, so we're going to take some cotton balls, and we're also going to take a little bit of nail polish, dump it inside, swirl it around, and get rid of all of this grime. So this is what we have, a nice clean jar, and this is one that I did yesterday, so I had an extra just in case. But yeah, I wanted to show you the full process of how to get the wax out, just in case you've never taken wax out of one of the candles before, and these are Bath & Body Works candles. I've heard you can also freeze them and then the wax will just kind of chip out, but this way is a little bit quicker and I don't have to leave them overnight or for a few hours. It's only like 5 minutes to get the water out. So we're moving on to the next step. We're going to take this Mod Podge right here and we're going to paint all the way around these jars. Here we go. Ooh la la! Now that we have a thin layer all the way around, it's time to add our glitter, and I'm going to use some red glitter. You can get this pretty much at your craft store, probably at Michael's, Joann Fabrics. Here I got it at the dollar store because we only have one store on the island that does like the craft stuff, the art store in town, and they're a bit expensive. So I just went to the dollar store and grabbed a little bit of glittery from them. So I'm dumping the glitter in here at the bottom, gonna let it settle, and then I'm just gonna slowly turn the jar and keep turning so the glitter just kind of transfers all the way around the jar. Like so. Make sure you get all the way to the very edges. So we have our red jar pretty much all done. It's got the glitter all the way around, and we just have to let this dry for probably about 4 hours. So I'm just going to put the little bits, remains of glitter around the sides, and then flip this one upside down, and we're going to move on to our other one. We're going to do the exact same thing, only this time I think I'm going to use some green glitter. Okay guys, there we have it. There is our second jar all glittery and done up. So we're gonna let these dry and I'll be back a little later. Okay guys, once your jars have dried, they're gonna look something like this, and you can then add whatever beads you chose. I have these ones. Add them to your jar and then take your brushes and stick them in. Ta-da! You now have awesome, cool, glittery makeup jars. Enjoy them! And if you guys make them, tweet me a picture, let me know what colors you used. See you guys in my next video.